Alright, we're going to take a look at why I'm changing the steering wheel. You can see this is the old one. It's just really nasty and worn. And then this is the one I picked up from the junkyard. It's leather wrapped. It just looks a whole lot nicer. So you can see them side by side. Alright, so we got the car in the garage. I'm just going to go over how to remove the steering wheel. The first thing, you know, a lot of times on even something as simple as a radio, they say unhook the battery. 9 times out of 10 people don't unhook it, but this is one instance I would definitely recommend unhooking the battery, because we will be unhooking the airbag. To get to that point though, you've got a bolt here. It's a 10mm. And then another one on the opposite side, right here. And so this is the steering wheel, and you can see right there, and there are the 2 bolt holes for the airbag. So just to show the difference in the steering wheels, this is like a molded foam, and you can kind of see the foam here. And then this is a leather or vinyl wrapped steering wheel, so it's a nicer feel, and I think I'm just gonna be happier with this setup. So I'm gonna go ahead and unhook the battery, and then we'll get started on taking the steering wheel apart. So really the only things that you'll need to do this job is a 10mm socket, a 10mm Allen wrench, but you'll see what I use, and it makes it a little easier. Anyway, we'll go ahead and get started on this. Alright, so we've got the battery unhooked, and we're going to go ahead and start removing the bolts that hold the airbag in. Let's try this side here where I've got some leverage. We'll go the right way. Get this other side broke loose. Okay, take a look back here, see what all we got going on. So take a look in here. It looks like we've got there's a 3-pin plug here, and then a multi-pin plug here. So it looks like we'll be changing this shroud, because this car has cruise control and the car that this came off of did not. So I'm going to end up taking these 4 Phillips screws out, and we'll get this back cover off and switch out the covers. Alright, here we are. You can see we got a Phillips screw here, 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 and here, and that will allow this back plastic piece to come off. So I'm going to go ahead and pull those out. Alright, so we got that off. I'm going to go back into the car and get that steering wheel in this condition. I'm going to get it out, and then we'll pull it apart here. What we've got here is a 10mm Allen. And I'm going to put you on the tripod, and then also show you how difficult this is. If it's anything like the one in the junkyard, it's on there pretty good. Okay. Alright. Yep, so now we should be down to just this one bolt. And also, one other nice thing to note is we do not need a steering wheel puller. Once this comes out, it's pretty good to go. I got it. So I looked up the torque spec on this, and it is 63 foot-pounds. Didn't make a whole lot of sense to me because that felt like way more than 63 foot-pounds. But I believe what we end up with is there's Loctite on the threads. It was blue Loctite. So we're going to make sure we get blue Loctite back on, and 63 foot-pounds. Now here's the fun part. And so that's all there is to getting the steering wheel out. So let's go up and swap everything over. Alright, so now it's time to get this back cover off. We'll do just the same thing. Okay, and I think we need to pull the screw for the cruise control switch right here so that we can pull it out. And then there's two more screws back here on the back side. Alright, so we've got this off the old steering wheel. Now we'll just put it on the new steering wheel. Alright, all the screw holes line up. We'll go ahead and put the screws back in. Well, now we have a problem. This one has the screw hole right here. This one does not. So, I've got an idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back in and put just these two screws in and see if it's floppy. If it's floppy, we may end up drilling and tapping into this. Alright, so you can see it's there and it doesn't appear to move much in here, so I'm probably not going to worry about tapping and drilling that. Actually, I can tell you I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, so we're going to continue on. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and clean the steering wheel up a little bit, and then we'll go back to putting it in. Okay. So what you've seen me struggling with is, you can see on these spines there's some spaces here, also here, and then we've got a mark here showing straight up and down, and then You can kind of see there too. So I was just trying to get that lined up. But now we're ready to put the bolt in, 63 foot-pounds. Got some blue Loctite. And I've already set the torque wrench to 63 foot-pounds. Got it. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and hook everything back up in here. But the way these are set up, you got a black and a brown, and then on the harness side you have a black and a brown, so you can't get that backwards. And they're even marked, or they're even molded to only fit one way. So get these plugged in. We survived that. Then we've got one more plug up at the top. Now we just put the bolts in that hold the airbag in. Well, this steering wheel feels much nicer than the one I took out. And if you have one of these Chrysler or Dodge vehicles and you're going to be doing some things to it, you might consider subscribing. I've got some more things I'm going to be doing. The front end on this car makes a racket like all of them, so I'll be addressing that shortly. And we're already taking care of a couple other things. The P0462, which was in the instrument cluster, I'll show you how to fix that. P1004, the short runner valve performance, took care of that. And yeah, so if you're interested in learning about these cars and trying to fix some of the common issues, go ahead and subscribe, click the bell for notifications, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Thanks.